Oh, good morning, everybody. Another great day here in DMV. See that beautiful blue sky behind me? See that tree behind me? It's heart shaped. That's kind of awesome. Look at that. It reminds me of God's love. But I was looking at some news and some emails this morning about what's going on in the world, and it's just crazy. It's between politics and the violence in neighborhoods and breakup of families and just the different crazy things going on. Um, I was just reminded what Paul writes in Titus 3, verse 9. He says, to avoid foolish controversies, genealogies, dissensions, and quarrels about the law, for they are unprofitable and worthless. A lot of things as believers we just need not even to get involved in. Um, these political conversations, what's going on in debates, what party are you in, who are you going to vote for. Um, it gets to be really crazy, and it gets people heated, and people take things personally. Yes, we should do our civic duty and vote, but I like what Dr. Tony Evans says about we're kingdom citizens. We are we look for kingdom policies and those who follow kingdom guidelines. We can't really align ourselves Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever, um, more so than we do lining ourselves up as Christians, as kingdom citizens, citizens of the kingdom, wanting kingdom policies to put into effect. But when they're not, we just have to live as Christians in a non-Christian world. Let's face it, we live in a non-Christian world right now. Our country is not Christian-based anymore. It's based on rule now. It is a republic, but um, it's more or less based on mob rule sometimes. We saw that in January 6th. People get together, they protest, they scream, they holler, and sometimes Congress changes laws. But that shouldn't really disturb us because inside is who we are as Christians and Christ followers. So, getting caught up in political talk, I saw a post the other day about race and cultures and who we identify with and this and that. And again, we as Christians, we have to put everything else below the fact that we are now Christians. Um, Sometimes within our own families, we have practices that just are not God honoring, and we as believers have to back away from that. There are traditions in our families and in our cultures that occur, and we have to back away from that. We cannot continue to go along with those things, and if it causes others to not like us, if it causes others to kind of shy away from us, then so be it. We have to align ourselves with Christ, and that's part of the suffering Christ said we'll go through as followers of Him. Um, we have to make sure we don't get caught up into these clubs and cults and different various, even as we're young people, as you're belonging on teams, be careful of your teammates. Be careful of the things you align yourself with just to see if you can get, the next level of approval. God is the one who approves of you. God will put you in the places you need to be in. And you have to, I'm so proud of one of my young former students who was facing a lot of controversy in a college he was scholarship to. And he was mistreated there, but he made decisions to honor God, and his character stayed strong. And I know God's going to honor him for that. And so, we really have to, whether young or old, we have to make decisions that are God honoring in our memberships, in our clubs, and our associations that we align ourselves with. And concerning laws and concerning, the rules of our society, if it's against God's rules, against God's laws, don't do it. It's very simple. Follow God first. Peter and James and them would say that when they were arrested in the early church. They would say, they were told stop preaching. They were let out of jail, and they would continue to preach, and they were put in jail, and the process went on. And they would just tell the ruling bodies, we're going to honor God, period. If it's against God, we're not going to do it. If it honors God, we'll do it. But as for your laws and certain ways, if it's not God honoring, we will not comply. And there are Christians today throughout the world who have been jailed, beaten, even murdered for following Christ. It's going to come to our country one day, and I hope we're ready for that. So, above all else, honor God. Live like a Christian. Let our actions speak louder than our words. I think that's the best advice to have. Let our actions speak louder than our words. So there's a challenge for us today, to live as a Christian in a non-Christian world. God bless you all. Talk to you soon.